Hey everyone, I'm Summer, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about building businesses that are profitable, sustainable, and fully support the life that we want to live. This is a part of my Teach Me Something series where I have conversations with entrepreneurs and experts who challenge the outdated ways we have been taught to work and grow. And you know how people say, this is how you should succeed. We are the badasses who challenge that. So today's conversation is all about productivity, burnout, and what it really means to step into real leadership like a CEO instead of staying trapped constantly in hustle mode. My guest today is Amanda Furgiuele, and she is a homeschooling solo parent that I admire a lot. And more than that, she is a serial entrepreneur. She's a best-selling co-author of The Pursuit of Badasserie. Don't you love that name? I have been saying badassery ever since I crossed paths with this girl. She's such a badass. She's also a podcaster, an educator, and an international speaker. She has more than 25 years of experience in starting, buying, selling, and mentoring businesses. Don't ask me how. She looks like 25 herself, anyways. Amanda is known for her direct solutions first approach. And Lynn Howard is her business partner. Alongside Lynn, Amanda helps entrepreneurs cut through the chaos, stop drowning in shoulds, and build scalable, sustainable businesses that work. Her philosophy is very simple. It is entrepreneurship should create freedom, not exhaustion. So, Amanda, welcome to my show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. I had the privilege of being on one of your summits, and I just knew we were going to connect longer than just one summit.
Correction, two of my
Two
summits.
summits. You're right.
You've
Two
been on two
summits.
of my summits, yes.
That's right.
Let's start with something that's almost become a gospel in the entrepreneur world. Productivity advice. Everybody is handing them out like free candy. There's an endless stream of like routines and hacks and systems. Morning rituals, everybody should follow. So, what's one overrated productivity advice that you keep listening to business owners or business owners trying to follow? And why do you think it's actually holding them back instead of actually helping them?
I'll tell you first why I think it's holding them back. And it's because
Yes.
I used to subscribe to this same idea that I can get more done. I'm super productive. I believe that I am a very productive person. I don't think you can own businesses and homeschool and have a special needs child and not be like efficient and productive.
Hmm.
But doing all the things all the time is an absolute trap. And
Yeah.
it people have this like pedestal that they put themselves on. It's like this busyness pedestal. If I just say how busy I am, oh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. And it
Mhm.
grates on me to the point where I wrote a whole chapter on it in our first book about how people talk about how they're so busy, but they're busy doing nothing that matters. And so
Yeah.
to me, productivity is obsessed with this like, I'm going to color code. And listen, I love a good color coded calendar, but they're going to color code. They're going to wake up at 5 a.m. They're going to have this task list that's done before 7 a.m. and they're doing all this super efficient stuff and it looks super impressive on Instagram,
Hmm.
but they're not creating momentum to actually make money and do the things that
Hmm.
matter.
Hmm.
The real problem isn't time. And I know there's a lot of controversy around we all have the same 24 hours in the day. And I I know I'm supposed to say we don't have the same 24 hours because I have a kid and there's a lot of things around that, but we absolutely do. You
Hmm.
can't deny the fact that we have the same 24 hours. So
Hmm.
time isn't the issue.
Correct.
It's lack of clarity, it's lack of courage, it's lack of decision making.
Hmm.
So many things are wishy-washy that we never do the things that matter. And when it comes to not just business ownership, but life, like you need to stop measuring your productivity by how many tasks you got done and the busyness that you have and measure it in
Hmm.
actual outcomes, actual shifts that take you towards the direction you want to go. And that's not always monetary, but
Yeah.
just where is the direction that you want to go? It should be fewer tasks, stronger focus, better results, doing the things that actually matter to you, not
Hmm.
to your mother-in-law, not to society, not to, anybody else, but to you.
Hmm.
So if you
Hmm.
can really focus on hyper focusing on those things that drive you,
Hmm.
then you're actually going to get way more done and way further in life faster. I mean, I was the busiest human being alive. I think people would probably still say I'm busy,
Hmm.
but I don't see it that way. I mean, I'm doing the things that need to get done and moving myself in the direction I want to move. But if I don't want to
Hmm.
do any more than that, I'm still going to get further than a lot of people because
Hmm.
I'm doing the things that move.
Hmm. There's one thing I hate about everybody has 24 hours. Everybody does have 24 hours, but then not everybody has like six businesses, eight kids. and a husband that needs extra
True.
care, and a mother-in-law to take care of, right? So it's
Absolutely.
all relative. It's all relative. But why do
But
you
you're not your
think,
circumstances.
yeah, exactly. So many circumstances, which is not one thing for one person and the same thing for the other person. But technically, getting stuff done, like I have felt this for some time in my life. Like I feel stuck because I'm doing, and nothing actually gets done. And tasks get done, but the tasks are just, reacting to other people's messages or emails or 100 little things that are not actually carrying you forward. Why do you think so many solopreneurs or entrepreneurs are technically like getting stuff done every single day, but they feel behind? They feel exhausted, they feel stuck. Sometimes they get sick. Do you think there's a missing piece that people are rarely talking about?
Oh yeah. I mean, you said it yourself. They're reacting.
Hmm.
They're reacting to all the chaos, but they're not building productivity and building towards what they want. They're reacting to chaos. So they're trying to optimize all these broken systems. They're trying to sell their offers, but they're not really clear on them. They're trying to get new clients, but they don't really know what client they want. And they can say, like, oh, everybody's my client. Everybody needs to work out. Everybody needs to have this widget. Everybody should use this app. And like when you're selling to everybody, you're selling to nobody. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of misaligned priorities there. So it really is strategic restraint. You've got
Mm-hmm.
to, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And so you have to
Mm-hmm.
say no in a way that's strategic and say yes in a way that's strategic. Otherwise, you're just going to be doing everything to do everything. There's
Yeah.
there's infinite things you can do. And I coach and consult with lots of different businesses. But I had a
Mm.
client the other day who was talking about how like, wow, my to-do list never ends, and like I just always have things to add to the to-do list. And I'm like, yeah, because you're still alive. If you didn't have a to-do list, you'd be dead. Every day you have a to-do list. I have to go to the grocery store. I have to do laundry. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to go to the bathroom. Like you have a to-do list regardless, but it's knowing what to do. And when you really align your calendar to your actual revenue drivers, to
Mm.
your personal real capacity, not the capacity you think that you like envision for yourself, but your real capacity,
Mm.
productivity becomes more sustainable. Things become, they drive you in a different way because it can get really draining to be an entrepreneur. I mean, entrepreneurship is super lonely. It's
Mm.
very difficult. There are some incredible highs and there
Mm.
are incredible lows, and
Yep.
it's not for everybody. And even for people who do well, like there are times that we think about throwing in the towel, and then instantly we're like, no, I couldn't work for anybody else. That's not going to work. But that's where your purpose comes in. You have to really think there are infinite things to do. There's no lack of things to do. So, what are the things that matter? What can I scale down? How can I be strategic about what I say yes to, strategic about what I say no to?
Mm.
And that's where you have to kind of decide. I guess it comes down a little bit to discipline, but you have to decide what's more important, being
100%. Yeah.
busy and doing all these things, or actually
Mm.
getting the one thing done that I really want to get done, the
Mm.
one thing that's going to drive me forward, the one thing that I've been really wanting, and
Mm.
then have the courage to hold that, to hold the space for that, because it's very easy to get derailed. And I think it's extra easy for women because we are caretakers in a lot of capacities, and you feel guilty for wanting something for yourself. You feel guilty like, oh, I mean, and it's maybe not outwardly guilty, but there's things that happen
Yeah.
that you just
Mm.
internally are like, oh, I wish I should spend more time with, my kid. I shouldn't have spent that one extra hour. And yeah, I mean, in theory, you should spend more time with your family, etc. But if your goal is something else, don't be afraid to be excuse me, don't be afraid to go for the thing, even if it's slightly uncomfortable for somebody else. It's all about how do you prioritize what's really important in those
Mm.
moments. So for example, I use the example of wanting to spend time with your kid. And listen, my kid is with me 24/7. He is
Mm.
literally standing next to me now. He's special needs. He's with me 24/7. So when I say I want to spend more time doing something for me, I mean it very sincerely, because you do have to separate to be a whole person. We're holistically different things. And there are times that I do hire a nanny so that I can get away and
Mm.
do something for myself.
Mm.
And for a long time, and still even, I'll feel guilty about that. I'm like, really?
Why?
You're
Yeah.
going to feel guilty for like 1 hour away from something that's 24/7? And it's self-imposed. I mean, we create
Mm.
our own ceilings, and we create all this chaos around us thinking that we
Mm.
have to do things. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You get to do things. And that's why I say, like, you don't shit all over yourself. I should do this. I should do that. I should do this. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're
Yeah. You
not
should by
beholden
whose
to
standards,
anybody.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When
So,
people say, "Oh, I should be doing that," should by whose standards? Who told you that you should? Is
yeah.
it your should or is it somebody else's? And don't
Exactly.
you said the right thing. Don't try to sell to everybody. When you sell to everybody, you sell to nobody. You really want to sell to everybody? Sell ice cream or toilet paper.
Yeah, be Amazon. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
That's the only way to sell to everybody is if you're Amazon. And if you're
Exactly.
Amazon, great. I'm proud of you. Be the next Amazon. That's amazing. But that's the only way to please everybody. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I think people need to realize productivity and effectivity or effectiveness are not the same thing. So that's
Absolutely.
something I teach as well. Systems and productivity are my thing. And building systems, building routines, habits, getting shit done. It's different. Getting shit done is not checking off things off your to-do list. It's doing one thing that moves you forward every single day. So, for someone who genuinely wants to grow their business without sacrificing their health, without sacrificing their family time or sanity or coffee, what's the first bold move you would recommend that people should make, even if it feels uncomfortable, like you said?
Well, I think number one, you have to give yourself some grace and stop trying to earn your worth by
Mm.
working.
Yeah.
Stop trying to earn the right to have something. I have to earn my dessert. I have to earn,
Ouch.
my vacation. I have to earn, like, no, you don't. You don't have to earn
Life is
anything.
not Weight Watchers.
Yeah, life is not about points that you are earning. There is no tally at the end. It's not the destination, it's the journey. You can throw whatever cliche you want in there, but you don't need to earn your work and your worth by working yourself to the bone and working to death. And it doesn't make you a better business owner to say like, oh, well, I was at the office until 2 in the morning and I was working so hard. Like that actually makes you, when someone tells me that, I know they want me to be like, oh, you work so hard. And I remember being that person who would seek out validation, even like inadvertently, just subconsciously seek out that validation. But when
Mm.
somebody tells me that they were at the office till 3 in the morning and they weren't like a brain surgeon, all I
Mhm.
can think is that's terrible time management. That's terrible choices. That's not, maybe you didn't even make a decision. Why were you there till 3 in the morning? Like what were the circumstances that led to that? Was that you reacting to a situation and not preparing and not reverse engineering
Scrolling
your
on Facebook the first 3 hours of his day.
Exactly. There was a disconnect there. It
Yeah.
wasn't, oh, woe is me. I'm such a most amazing dedicated business owner. There's a problem there.
Mhm. Mm.
And, the bold move is deciding that simplicity and boundaries and profitability matter more than being busy and more than being liked. And
Yes.
that's a tough one for a lot of people. I mean,
I
I
would say
think,
that. Yeah.
I don't think maybe I never wanted to be liked. Maybe I was never a likable person and that's okay. But I would rather protect my time and protect my connection with my son and protect my ability to travel and work where I want to work. I would rather do that than talk about how busy I am and be liked and have people talk about, oh, well, your life is so different and it's so different for you. And I'm like, no, it's not different for me. I just choose different. Like life isn't exponentially different than yours. So that means that you've got to cut the low impact tasks. You've got to be
Mm.
the one to make that decision against decision making. You've got to say no faster.
Mm.
Make decisions in general faster, implement faster, design a business that really supports your life, not the other way around. Like we don't want to
Yeah.
consume our lives with work and things that don't really mean anything to us. And if you are on that path, what happens at the end of it, and I say this from experience, you get to the shiny place,
Mm.
the goal everybody said you're supposed to have, multiple six figures in the house and the white picket fence when my fence was brown, but still a fence.
Okay.
And you have all the things,
Mm.
and then you're like, this is just a bunch of check boxes that I didn't really want in the first place. Like, yay,
Yeah.
great, woohoo!
Mm.
I've like society thinks I'm successful, but I was miserable, and that's where people find they have these highly ambitious people who get to this point where it's like, what was all that for? What was the point of any of
Yeah.
that?
Mm.
And they get to like, oh well, maybe when I retire, I'll travel. Maybe when I get older, I'll have enough money and feel secure enough to do this. Or I'm like, no, like nobody's promised tomorrow. Nobody's
Do it now.
guaranteed.
Nobody's promised tomorrow. Correct.
So why are you waiting around to do the things that you actually want to do until it feels
Mm.
more acceptable that you have to be, have to wait for everybody else. So the bold move is holding your boundaries, holding on to what's really important to you and taking the time
Mm.
to sit with what is important to you. Because
Yeah.
that's a hard one too, just to know, because there's so many outside influences
Mm.
from people you love, like from your family, from your favorite shows, from Instagram scrolling, from like there's so many things, but you have to choose the intention over the obligation and decide what it is that you want. And that's really a hard journey for a lot of people because, like
They
I can
imagine that the
say,
world expects something from them.
yeah, and
And the hardest part is when they feel like they're not up to it, that's when they throw in the towel.
yeah, and life is hard.
Life
Even
is
when you
hard.
have, even the most privileged people in the world who have literally everything will say things are hard.
Mm.
So, and this isn't about comparative suffering. My day is harder than yours, and there's starving kids
It's
in
not a
China. Make sure you
competition.
eat. Yeah,
Mm.
it's not a competition, but everybody is going to find suffering in their life.
Mm.
That everybody. So, why are you thinking that it's not going to happen and that suffering is a sign that something is wrong? Like, suffering is just a
Mm.
sign that life is happening, not
Mm-hmm.
to you but for you. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's happening
Mm-hmm.
exactly, but I mean, everybody will complain about something no matter where they are in their life. I mean,
Yeah, grass is always greener on the other side, right?
my
I
coffee's
always
too
raise
hot,
an
my coffee's too
eyebrow.
cold.
Hmm,
Like,
yeah, I
I don't
always
have
raise
clothes
an eyebrow
today.
when
They didn't
people go
have my
like,
size. Yeah.
people sometimes say to me, "It's okay for you. You're summer. It's okay for you." I raise an eyebrow, like, what does that even mean?
What does that
You
mean?
know, what does that mean? So, Amanda, this conversation's been so much fun, and you're making me feel like entrepreneurship should not feel like survival mode all the time.
It shouldn't be.
Success we build through clarity, through deep intention and sustainable leadership. Not being constantly exhausted is the one thing I'm also going for. You
Absolutely.
guys,
You
if
can't.
this resonated with you, go connect with Amanda and explore the pursuit of badasserie along with the work that she's doing to help entrepreneurs step fully into their CEO selves. Amanda, what's the best place for people to get in touch with you?
I'm an Instagram girly. I'll scroll. So find me on Instagram, find me on our website, thepursuitofbadasserie.com, and have a conversation because we do want to connect with entrepreneurs and lift
Mhm.
each other up. All boats go up in a high tide. So we definitely believe in collaboration and connection. So reach out.
Reach out. The links are right below in the description. Take a look and connect with Amanda. And Amanda, what are you working on currently that
The
people
two
should know
things that
about?
I love the most right now, we have our Badasserie live event. So it's a 6-day live entrepreneurial event that we have several times a year in several places in the world. And
Mm.
our next one's in Bangkok, and we just meet with 10 entrepreneurs and we completely revamp their businesses. So you come in with your business the way it is, and we work on your systems, your structures, your foundations, everything that needs to step into CEO mode. So that's one of the huge projects we work on a couple of times a year. And of course, we have our signature program, the Badass Amplifier, which is a group operating system. So it's a group program that helps you really put in an operating system in your business so
Mm.
that your business does the work and you don't. So we want people to step in to CEO. There's a difference between being an employee, like the most underpaid, overworked employee in a business you created versus being the CEO. So we want entrepreneurs to have that happy side, the CEO side.
And I've seen the competent side of you, and I'm pretty sure that people that get in touch with you are going to be highly gifted. That's going to be a big present, just having you in their lives.
Thanks, Summer.
Thank you so much for being here. And
Thank you.
you guys, if you enjoyed this Teach Me Something conversation, please make sure you like and subscribe and share this with somebody that who is actually very tired of hustling, the hustle culture, and people that are ready to build smarter. I will see you in the next one. Amanda, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.